Hello again, guys, and welcome to Warsaw in Poland, where we are stood here after arriving from Prague in the Czech Republic. We are getting ready for the next sector of this evening, which is going to take us from Poland to Lithuania, Vilnius Airport. As you can see here, we are in a quite busy hour of Warsaw Chopin Airport. We have no ATC and we have a lot of traffic. It's insane, actually. I didn't expect that much traffic to show up. So it can be quite chaotic. What is making it even more chaotic is that we do have real world traffic telling us one landing and takeoff runway in use, and people on that sim, as we are online here, tend to they're taking different runways. Let's just say that much. So I have of course, since we are in X-Plane 11 using the Oculus Rift S headset. It is difficult for me to write on Unicom. I have posted my flight plan, and I also did write a few lines on the Unicom about my intentions in about 30 minutes or so from now. So yeah. So what I'll do, I'll just make sure that that my posting on Unicom is live and received. As you can see, there are some people taking off here, and they are actually taking off completely different, opposite to us, so it's going to be very interesting. So I'll just check that I have posted everything correctly, that it is received, and I'll be back in a flash. Alright, so I'm back again and everything is looking good. We have some people taking off and a lot of traffic going on. I think it was like 30 departures and 15 plus arrivals. I can't remember, but it was insane. Hopefully some ATC will come online and sort this mess out, because it is very much needed. Yeah, so there's a big A380 taking off. I bet you he's going for Australia or something like that, long haul. Anyway, here we are parked in a lovely Chopin Airport. The scenery is Druszewski design, I think it's pronounced. Might be wrong. Lovely airport. We even got moving people in the terminal. How about that? I don't see a lot of that. I really would see that in every airport. How cool would that be? And even on the apron would be even cooler. And here we are. Here's my lovely parking from our arrival. We are getting ready for the next sector to Vilnius in Lithuania. Unfortunately, it was dark when we arrived, and it's going to be dark when we depart, so sorry to all my Polish viewers. We will do some flights back here, I promise. I really need to enjoy the scenery in daylight as well, and hopefully with some ATC that would be even better. So yeah, let's jump into the flight deck and start setting up our flight. So we'll just get seated. Boom, here we are back again, as we left her some 26 minutes ago. So yeah, what we can start doing is we can shut down this alt here. We can find you, get you sorted. So let's start with the fuel and the weights here. Okay, so we have a zero fuel weight of 53.5. Bit heavier this time. 53, sorry. So we need to go 2 down, so we need to go to something like this. 53.5, we have plenty of fuel. We've filled it right up in the Prague, so no need to refuel here. Really love this. It's so awesome with that. It gives so much to the sim to see that live in it's so much more realistic. I know it's eye candy, yes, I know, and I know it takes FPS and it's all about flight dynamics, but if you spend enough time in the sim and you would do what I do, is just travel around Europe and the world to see stuff and see places and be amazed and be wooed, then this is definitely adding to that experience and makes you want to go. Look at that guy talking on the phone, and it's just so realistic. Some guy reading a news, really good looking. Really love this. Anyway, also you have a lot of stuff going on sitting on the ground, and you could have some more, maybe some trolleys and stuff like that. But anyway, it's very cool. Yeah, so we got that set up. We can just let's just do a quick flow here. So we did check that on the start of the day. Just a quick check here. Everything is in good working order. We are not refueling and no need of fuel, so we can pop you down here. And auto and trimmers on. And we can pop you down here. Those are, so we look like them, so we can do not any bulbs missing since our last sector, so that's good. So we used some fuel here, so we'll just reset that. Stove should get a configuration warning. There it is, and gears of course down. We got greens and your cutoff, and we could reset our trim. Usually should do that once we arrive, but there we are, 4 units, and we have no. So we are on Unicom. It's good. Warsaw tuned. There we go. Green 0 and lights are on, looking good. Okay, so let's get started. We are sitting in Echo Papa Whiskey Alpha. Very blown away about how busy this airport is. And we're going to Echo Yankee Victor India. We'll just cross-check that to make absolutely sure. There we go. Yep. I think it's Kaunas. Which is alternate, so we are Scandinavian 511, as we always are. We are, forgot to mention that in the start of the video, as always do, we are online on VATSIM. Of course, we have been for throughout this project. We are flying the Zibo Mod the 737 and the Scandinavian Airlines livery Saga Viking, which has been our flight for the duration of this tour of the European Union countries, where we will be visiting every country that are member of the European Union currently as of September 2019, and even all of the individual territories of the United Kingdom. So we are closing to an end. We have 7 countries to go, so the end is coming up thick and fast. So here we are, performance. No, we need to get our routes in. So we will be departing controversial runway 33, and we'll do the bumps of 5 kilo here, and on to Zulu 182. Oslux. And Zulu 460. Not. And I'm curious to see if ATC will come online. The Baltic states and regions have been quite active, so there's every chance they will get ATC. Mike 857. And Suv. Mike 985. Quite a lot of points here for this short route or short flight. Boxu. November 858. And Irkal. And that's the ECOM 2 Bravo into Vilnius 19. ECOM 2 Bravo there. Just check the route. Looking good. We can activate that. Go to the performance. Zero fuel weight. And we need to find our reserves. Shouldn't be that much. Yeah, so 1.8. And we'll be cruising at 350, so just insert that here. Should just have left it, but it is good practice just to. Even the elevators are moving. Look at that. How cool is that? Okay. Insert it here. And then we'll have to find our cruise winds. Two 1455. Go. And +3. Execute that. Temperature outside is 15 degrees. We'll do 24 kd. We could do 22 as well, but let's do 24. Really. So 147 is inserted and 5. There we go. And 137, 138. Let's just put this in here. Flaps 30 landing in Vilnius for now. So let's check the route. Just regard that little picky curl here. So turning here first, left and then a right turn, short left, wide right, and then straight up to Lithuania and Vilnius. And nice long final for us there. So yeah, that's something I'm happy with. So we can set that back. Okay, so let's start the boarding now, shall we? What we can also do is get out some windows to monitor different things. So you can sit here for now. And I would also like my Swift client due to all the traffic we're having, and it's nice to have that separately in VR. So yeah, so 55 and 11 is completely opposite. Checked real world traffic again before filing this flight plan, and they are flying completely opposite of real world. And we will try to do our utmost to apply to real world. So we'll try to see if we can sneak off in the opposite direction when the time comes. Yeah, so we can close you. And we can just leave you here. No need to make that big just yet.
Guys, the wheels on board.
Thank you. And have the ground guys bugger off. Close the doors. There we go. And let's get some charts out. So we have the airport. Let's just take it. So our arrival. There we go. So here we're parked, and disregard these. We are on Apron 3 main terminal. Let's just look at the taxi chart here. Bit messed it up now, so we'll just boom, boom. Zoom it out a bit. So we definitely don't want to go to red, so we will we'll push back facing north, and then we will go on here on Oscar 2 onto Alpha, and do Alpha all the way to the end here. We could actually, we'll go all the way to holding point Hotel 2 here from Alpha, and then enter the runway and take off, and make absolutely sure we have no conflicting traffic before we do so. If not, ATC decides to pop in. Hide these guys, get rid of you. Let's get this here. So here you have the apron in Warsaw as of now, and that's just the guys on the ground, right? So, oh, we got, yeah, hell, oh yeah, we really needed that. So look guys, we got ATC, awesome. Yeah, are you going all the way to Vilnius? No, but we got what we needed. We desperately needed some ATC here. So we will need some ATIS first and foremost, because they might give us a different departure. So this here will be a slightly delayed flight. Good thing we checked that. So we can ask for clearance right away if we. Let's get the frequencies here. ATIS is 12045. Disrupt you. Actually, we can do like this. And it takes forever to turn these knobs up. Could of course use the VR mouse, but it's just almost not worth it, so that's why. 45.
At 1730, expect November. Arrival runway 11 VOR. Approach departures runway 15. Transition level 80. Wind 160 degrees 5 knots. Curve OK. Temperature 15. Dew point 10 QNH 1020 hectopascals. No SIG. You have received information. Bravo. This is Warsaw. Information. Bravo. Observation at 173.
Okay, so we have to change some stuff here. So officially, it's official now that it's 15, and that's of course what we will accept and abide by. So, but that's no biggie for us. Actually, if anything, it's an advantage. So 15, and just get it up here on our departure. 15, and we will do the 5 delta, and we'll have a look at that departure. Yeah, so we'll do the, just get the chart out here. Need to set our MFR rate as well, lest we forget. Departure. So doing the BAMS of 5 delta, that's here. We'll stand 17. And we had a transition level of 8,000. Okay. So we will tune Warsaw. That must be the tower at 118.30.
One. 1561 in the box with your 9 SQ.
Okay.
There's 9 31 correct. That's a pick correct finish 1020. 1020 start.
It's quite low actually. So let's just Warsaw Tower, very good evening. Scandinavian 511, Boeing 737 at stand 17. Request clearance to Vilnius. We are currently at Information Bravo, expecting runway 15 and BAMSO 5 Delta departure.
Canadian 511, tower, good evening, you are clear to destination by a flatland route. Departure BAMSO 5 Delta, squawk 4565.
So Squawk 4565 for Scandinavian 511, and could you please repeat the clearance again? You broke up on transmission.
Canadian 511, you are clear to your destination via flatland route. Departure via BAMSO 5 Delta, squawk 4565 correct.
Clear to destination via BAMSO 5 Delta and runway 15 and squawk 4565 for Scandinavian 511.
Canadian 511 is correct.
Yeah, so it's a bit noisy. I really can't wait for that new codec. Hope that will clear it up. It's really a shame that ATC guys put a lot of work and time into this and then ending up with difficulties. So that's our clearance. That's the most important one. So yeah, so let's look at the BAMSO 5 Delta departure. So we could climb to 6,000. Pretty much what he said. We will contact them on departure. And it's an RNAV departure, so we'll do 147, but then we have, I'm quite sure of it, we have this discrepancy. So actually no heading announced there, so but we did have the discrepancy in 3 streets. 147, that's 146. Sorry. Don't touch that. 146. Very similar to our speed, that's why. Okay. So that's the heading. And while we are at it, and while I remember it, let's set that MFR rate. So easy to forget. Then you discover it while you're in climb and can do nothing about it. So we are looking at 1360. So actually, before we taxi, before I plan any pushback, I'll be absolutely as ready as I can be, but I will not plan a pushback before I have gotten my directions. Okay, so that's set. QNH is set. Hopefully the other... So, question is, should we go to control or to approach? 128.80.
Holding point 15 via Mike on Alpha.
So that's set, and should he divert us to one of the controllers, we'll just fix that. Okay. So I have our charger.
Oczekuj około 1 minuty.
Oczekuję około nic.
To go back here, just need to make sure that we have all the charts we need, especially for the taxi. Taxi routes and parking stands, maybe we have some more information. So here we are. So he might send us on pushback facing north, and then he will send us on the Alpha. Yeah, so there should be, actually I can pre-plan the pushback, there should be no reason whatsoever for him not to make us facing north. Then we could go Oscar 2 and Alpha all the way to holding point Alpha 2, it looks like, yeah. Or Alpha 0, Alpha 2. Yeah, so we can pre-plan the pushback. That's what we're going to do, just to save some time here. I hope our passengers are patient. Better pushback and pre-plan. So this parking stand here is a bit skewed, so what we can do.
KLM 64, we are ready for push and start.
So for some reason lights doesn't reflect on these CSL aircraft.
Enter company. Pushback and startup is dropped QNH 1020 behind.
Okay, after the taxi Boeing 737.
Round to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Yeah, we'll be ready soon enough.
Okay, then 64.
QNH 1020.
You will
1020 for KLM 64.
make it a bit larger.
Ready for departure with the variant 1. With the 931 line, this traffic.
Okay.
On.
So everything is set here. And I just want to have a better look at that departure as well. So it's runway heading on to Whiskey Alpha 401. Then we turn. We go to Bamso. So a bit wobbly. What will most likely happen is that in our turn here we will be given a direct to Bamso. So that's what we're going to count on. I'm just going to
again with the 931.
make this here stand out.
931, number 2 for departure.
There we go. That's the elevator again. That's quite cool. I love this scenery. There's so much going on. It's not just beautiful, but stuff actually happening here. So that's quite cool. So I don't want you all the way down here. Actually, I want you a bit higher so we are aware of this picky girl here. And you set and you are where I want you, so that's good. And we have 034045, that's good. The flight legs in here. Everything here is looking good. Yeah. Just making absolutely sure that I'm happy with what I'm having here. So yeah, we will take this. Okay. So we have plenty of fuel, so no reason not to fire up the APU. There we go. The yaw damper didn't even turn it off. I just popped the seat back. Actually, let me get seated correctly. There we go. So, and so we'll do this again. Yaw damper on. Still on ground power. Seatbelts on. Landing altitude is not yet set, we'll wait with that. So we might be ending up with a geographical tour of Lithuania due to ATC simply that we might end up being informed in on the ground in Vilnius, but that's just what our ATC takes precedence. So that's good. That's all good. And we have tuned and on standby. And yeah, so I'm happy. It's the APU. So we can go. And let's do the before start and pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested, lab and transfer to space, which is also at normal. Window heat on. Yep. Pressurization mode selectors auto. Flight instruments are cross-checked and correct. Parking brake is now off. It should be set, but we just released it to release the bridge there. Engine start levers are cut off. We can set it again, like so. Flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel, we have 11.1 tons on board and 6 pumps on, and we have that's correct. So not to switch even. So we have how much required? 5 tons. 4.7 tons required. We have 11.1 tons aboard and 6 pumps on. Passenger signs are on. Windows are locked. MCP we have 147, 146, and 6,000. Correction. Set. Takeoff speeds we have 137, 138, 147 is set. CDO pre-flight completed, and rudder and aileron trim is free and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed, and anti-collision lights can now come on. Warsaw Tower, Scandinavian 511, request push and start.
Scandinavian 511, stand by Utah, traffic contact.
Alright, we've got everyone
Okay,
strapped in.
Utah will
Give us a
be
ring if you need anything.
request.
KM 66 Foxtrot, request switch to runway 15.
Very hard to hear these guys.
to position runway 15 via Mike, Foxtrot Alpha Sierra Delta.
62 Mike, 1.1 by Mike, Oscar, Alpha, and Sierra Delta for Sweden 62.
I dread these taxi instructions.
Reader Maiden 31.
Do we have a guy behind us or?
Behind the parking Vilnius 757 Midland, company line up runway 15 and west. After departure line up 7. And
Let's see if I can do anything about the audio levels here, because it's really hard to hear this guy.
Warszawa wieża, Sierra Papa Lima Oscar Bravo, stanowisko 8-1, proszę o test łączności.
teraz Lima Oscar Bravo, Warszawa wieża, dobry wieczór.
Polish speaking North Shuttle, no, that's new.
Dziękuję, dobry wieczór, Sierra Papa Lima Oscar Bravo.
Reader 931, wind 3120 degrees, action, runway 15 take off after departure, contact Warszawa approach 128, with more 8 miles away. Yeah, but take the 15 after departure, approach 128, please just Reader 931. Enter 221 za odchodzącym aerotem A320 linii Reader. Zajmij pas 1.5 i oczekuj za odchodzącym.
Za lotującym na 320 litera, zajmę was i oczekuję.
So, can't find the audio boom here. Well, I should have it all the way up actually. So yeah.
Canadian 511 pushing past stay, QNH 1020
Push and start approved, and QNH 1020 Scandinavian 501. Yeah, so there we go. Made a pushback and request that pushback now. The reason I didn't connect him is basically
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
basically due to the noise. So what I think I will have to do, even though I hate to do it, is reduce the engine volume all the way here. And we expect Alpha via Oscar 2.
Tower, dobry wieczór, this is lot of patrolling on San 21 with information Bravo. Request IFR clearance to Copenhagen also.
Drowning in windows here.
Alpha, Charlie, dobry wieczór, we are pleased to Copenhagen via Fashion Route. Departure via Olila 5 Delta. Walk 4570.
Okay, all doors and hatches
As
are
you can
closed.
see with
Ready
the,
to connect.
I don't know how the sound is coming out in the recording, but for me it's really muffled, very muffled and a bit noisy, static noisy, the radio. And when combined with the pushback sound and everything, it's almost impossible to make out. So we won't be asking for taxi clearance until all the noisy elements are gone as well.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
What's that fucking
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
We'll start the 2 and 1 in sequence, starting number 2.
Number 2 for departure.
Yes. Line information number 2 for departure, Jim 664.
fuel.
SR 221 po odlocie łączność Warszawa, stanie 28.8, wiatr kierunku 16075
Reset as a turnaround. Start cutout, starting number 1.
128.8, 160,
Guys, this is what's cool about Ratchet. If you go to Poland, you will hear Polish, and if you go to Spain, you will hear Spanish and French and so on. That's so awesome. And controllers have the correct dialect, so thank you to all the Ratchet controllers out there. I think I'm thanking them every video, but there's a reason to it. So.
Warszawa wieża, proszę o zezwolenie na lot VFR do Łodzi, tak jak wypełniono w planie lotu. Sierra Papa Lima Oscar Bravo.
Sierra Bravo, plan lotu niekompletny. Uzupełnijcie do do proszę.
Start a cutout, and EGG is falling back, and oil pressure is good.
Proszę powtórzcie wieża, jak przestrzegownika niekompletność. Sierra Papa Lima Oscar Bravo.
Sierra Oscar Bravo, brak lotniska zapasowania.
So busy, it's incredible. Just able to.
Zrozumiałem brak lotniska zapasowego. Przepraszam, byłem pewien, że
So, tower approach, and then the controller here. Just zoom out and zoom in again because these frequencies can be a lifesaver. So still no ATC from what I can see in.
No, fix Alpha Charlie ready for push and fast.
Nope.
But push and start is approach, generation 1000,
100, facing north.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
There we go. And full forward, full back, full left, and right, and left, and looking good. Blank you, and 5. And set RTO. It's checked. Let's do the checklist before taxi. Generators are on and Propute is on.
Warszawa wieża, ponownie zwracam się z prośbą o zezwolenie
Engine
na lot
ATI is
VFR
off,
do Łodzi.
isolation valve is auto.
Lotnisko zapasowe o Modlin.
Engine start switches. That's a good thing, that's why I've had the list continuous. Recall is checked.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
Engine start
And
list
signal will
idle
be on the
detent.
right. We'll
And
see
flight
you
controls
next time
checked, ground
and have
equipment
a
is
great
clearing.
flight.
Thank you and bye bye.
Jako lotnisko alternatywne podaje Modlin Echo Papa Mike Oscar. Sierra Papa Lima Oscar Bravo.
Okay, so we need to go ahead there and expect him to clear us the taxi out here. Over there, there's the bypass pin, thank you. So basically out here, up Alpha and to the runway. I expect that at least. But we shall see. We'll just write down as much as we can make out of it, and then...
PTR-ze odlot Pasa 1.5, transponder 7575, Sierra Papa Lima Oscar Bravo.
Sierra Oscar Bravo, PTR-ze nie wyżej niż 1500.
Just wait for this transmission to be finished.
PTR-ze nie wyżej niż 1500 stóp, Sierra Papa Lima Oscar Bravo.
Sierra Oscar Bravo.
So I cannot make out if they're finishing the transmission, so just give them a grace period of silence.
Sierra Oscar Bravo, poprawny ruch między zoną 10-20.
I think they're discussing taxi instructions there. That's the KLM guy. It looks like, is he...
Proszę powtórz Sierra Papa Lima Oscar Bravo.
Sierra Oscar Bravo, możecie uruchamiać ciśnienie 10-21.
That's KLM sitting there ready for takeoff, I think. Waiting for his clearance.
Ciśnienie 10-21, silnik pozwalasz uruchamiać. Sierra Papa i Oscar Bravo.
Current wind also after departure from Warsaw approach.
So guys, I'll be
the wind is 260 degrees, 5 knots. Runway,
I'll be using the autopilot for all it's worth on this departure. As soon as I can engage it, I will be, just to clear my hands to do other things like turning these knobs and putting in the correct shortcuts will most definitely be cleared direct to bump, so that's what I expect at least. So is this it? Are they done? I think they are. So Warsaw Tower, North Scandinavian 511, request taxi.
Scandinavian 511, taxi holding point runway 15 via Mike, Oscar Alpha Sierra Delta.
Taxi holding point runway 15 via Mike Oscar Alpha via Delta. Scandinavian 511. Delta. Yeah, so I don't see any Delta, do you guys? Maybe I misheard it. Yeah, so we have Delta here, but it doesn't really stand out. So we are sat here, right? So via Mike, then Oscar, and then Delta. So he wants us, yeah, okay. I got you.
No, Alpha Charlie, ready for taxi.
Alpha Charlie.
Let's go.
Behind Captain Boeing 77 Scandinavian company. Taxi to Police runway 15 via Mike. Oscar Alpha Sierra Delta behind.
So Oscar.
Holding point runway 15 via Mike Oscar Alpha Sierra Delta behind traffic.
So here we go, guys. We're on our way. Wish me luck. It's going to be. Hopefully the sound quality is a bit better on the approach guy, if it is the approach guy. I do think we need to talk to approach and then Polish control. So this is Oscar. Alpha, and then we're looking for the Delta 2 entry. It'll be difficult to see our checklists, so we'll just have to wing them, okay? So bear with me on that one. Just utilize the time correctly here. So we have Warsaw radar training session. Okay. We'll be happy to help. But let's see if we can see Delta 2. Yeah, we have it on the map there. A bit slow taxi speed. I have heard that the scenery is a bit sticky.
Zgłaszam gotowość do kołowania. Sierra Oscar Bravo.
So next up is Delta. That's where we're going to enter. And we'll stop at the holding point and get our clearance there.
odwołać do punktu oczekiwania do pasa 1-5 drogami Whiskey Alpha. Sierra Papa and Oscar Bravo.
We'll take the next one here. Should be, it's a bit confusing.
After departure to Warsaw approach 128 is more right, wind 1035 knots, runway 15 before takeoff.
After departure, contact approach on 128.8 and runway 15 cleared for takeoff, Scandinavian 511. So there's a clearance, easy peasy. Lemon squeezes, so we'll just stow these and hopefully my Teflon brain can manage the information given. So we will light her up.
Approaching 15.
There we go. Clear.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Start our timer. As we say bye-bye to Poland, Warsaw, and get ready for Lithuania, Vilnius. There we go, that's good enough for me. So, flaps 5, green lights, 3-step set and traffic. So, 4 takeoff checklist is completed and we are happy with that. Set, takeoff thrust, and here we go. Tune approach. Hopefully he is loud and clear.
80 knots.
Check.
E1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Very fast rotation there. And he is way too low for me to hear.
400.
Check.
Square 009, continue znacznie szybciej.
1000.
Buck up. Whoop, not that much. So,
KL009 na wysokości 2900 stóp i kontynuujemy wznoszenie do 6000 stóp KL009.
Dzięki.
it's hard for me to make out who is the
2500.
actually are the controllers. And coming up on the turn here, flaps up and set VNAV and start the turn, and then we'll go. Shouldn't really be doing this below 3000, but command A. Warsaw approach, Scandinavian 511, we are airborne.
511, hello, to you, Warsaw, approach, identify, 3000 feet, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Scandinavian 511. So he didn't give us a shortcut just yet, but he will shortly.
Tylko to Delta Bravo, Oscar panuje przyjęcie do 2000 stóp, badając stóp z powodu sztylus operacji, 2000 stóp.
Clean up, and we have the flaps up and the gear up, that's the most important thing.
Square 009 podaj wysokość.
KL009 na
Goodbye, it's a
wysokości
lovely
3800
Warsaw.
stóp w odległości 19 mil od Lima Oscar Zulu.
Square 009, dziękuję. Wykonuj prawo, bezpośrednio na Lima Oscar Zulu, po celu zmienienia 6000
See if I could get some
i
frequencies here.
bądź wylocie do Lima Oscar Zulu.
125.45.
Kontynuujemy wznoszenie do 6000 stóp, skręcamy bezpośrednio na Lima Oscar Zulu i prosimy do lotu
Clouds,
KL009.
chat 14.
Wasze zbliżanie tu Sierra Papa Kilo na Zulu z Modlina. Proszę zezwolenie na lot jak w planie.
Still in clouds by the looks of it, TAT 13.
Informacją Fabi.
Transition level is not yet 8,000,
Jeżeli panowie
so we'll leave it.
proszę wyjść teraz, no to ponieważ nie utrzymałem. Break, KLM 66 Fox, contact Warszawa, radar 15450.
We're out of the clouds.
Scandinavian 511, transmit direct box to Bravo, Oscar, Kilo.
Altimeter setting.
Direct to Bamso for Scandinavian 511. Actually got a discontinuity there. Need to fix that.
Scandinavian 511, that's for confirmation, direct box to Bravo, Oscar, Kilo, Sierra Uniform.
Bravo, Oscar, Sierra Uniform.
Sierra Papa Delta Bravo, Oscar, panowie wyzwalam na minut 1700. Stop. I zgłoście proszę przed odlotem do...
This is coming thick and fast. Let's just check the text. Come on, you're slow.
Scandinavian 511, confirm direct box to Bravo, Oscar, Kilo, Sierra Uniform.
Direct box of Scandinavian 511. Okay, so
Thank you.
that was quite a shortcut. There we go. And passing 10. Good. I need to set you as well, so.
Climb initially, flight level 160, dzień dobry.
Yeah, so. Sorry to the ATC guy, broke up the first time for me there, but we managed. Hopefully no one got hurt. And we need to stick on top of the heading. So we're on our way, guys, to Lithuania, Vilnius. So he already directed us all the way out, so we can just shut all of this down. And you as well. Vilnius at 597. So that's 600.
Lotniska Charlie, proceed direct 7, Delta Echo Victor Echo Lima, climb flight level 240.
So he should be handing us over shortly.
Scandinavian 511, contact Warszawa 12545, bye.
12545, bye bye, and thank you for service, Scandinavian 501. Warsaw radar, Scandinavian 511, passing flight level 170, inbound Boxu.
Scandinavian 511, Warsaw radar, identified flight level 170, climb flight level 350.
Climb 350 for Scandinavian 501. So there's our cruise level.
Flight Express 76 uniform, leaving airspace, Malaysia Unicorn 122, decimal late, radar service terminated, nice flight line.
Here we go. Zoom out and
Enter 233 polot, zbieram do lotu standardowy, lot za 4 November do pasa 1.
Możesz jeszcze raz powtórzyć jaki ten star...
Unicom is set.
Nie mogę, Enter 233,
flying over Poland here. So, let's get busy with the...
November do Państwa 1-1
Was the 931 shortly last base Monkey Uniform 1-2, that's later, that's a terminated, I fight away. Enter 233, spodziewaj się poziomu lotu 1.
We're going the haircut to Bravo.
170 na blok na...
Kamu to Bravo. And ILS runway 19. There we go. Can tune Vilnius at 113.8. So what we'll do first is tune Warsaw. There we go. 113.8. 113.8 check. So we have 109.1. 109.1 set. We have minimums at the cat one is 8.999. So we'll just grab our lovely VR mouse. Find 8.999. And again, guys, the ATC, if you're watching the Polish ATC, oh, go back. So thank you. Actually, we'll do it manually. The rest. So sorry for not grabbing your instructions on the first go here. Can blame the sound quality, I guess, and noisy cockpit. So that's the problem with having a headset. Normally you have the headset to cancel out the noise, but this headset is providing the noise and ATC. So I could maybe find a solution where, if possible, but I really have to investigate that. If it's even possible, it should be possible. Everything is possible, right? With some Lua scripts. To have the sim sounds minus the ATC come, so that's Vilnius tuned. Come from the some loudspeakers, if I can place it on my rig, and then have the ATC come from just the headset. That should really help. Let's get the speaking off. There we go. Sneeze, guys, sorry. Just comes over me. I have no time to warn you usually. Climbing nicely. Anyway, back to the charts here so we can get ready. Boxu in 96 miles, so it basically cleared us all the way out, so nothing more. The next contact from ATC will just be a handover to Unicom, as it looks now. So we have 194. Just checking to see that it is correct. Yeah. There we go. But cool to see that much traffic and ATC coverage from the Polish guys. That's awesome. Actually, Europe is alive tonight. Turkey, you could fly from Turkey. So, no people go Yonkers or bad sim events, but on a Tuesday evening you could fly from Oslo to Turkey with ATC most of the way. That's pretty awesome. And I do know that the guys here on the Baltic states are actually usually very active. So. Maybe we just caught them on a day off, but they are extremely active here, so there's every chance for them to show up actually. Yeah, so setup. Yeah, not much to be said here. But the minimum set we're coming in on Koltov 230, 5,000 above. That's correct. And nice long approach. Let's look at the weather in Vilnius. Should be more or less the same as we had in Warsaw. QNH 1021.
N233, kiedy gotowy, chcesz jechać w lotu 170 albo jeszcze
Basically we have 6 knots
170 na loftach.
straight down the runway, so nothing special there. There we have it. So I can live with that. 6 knots down the runway. That's doable. Especially with, after this approach into Warsaw, we had some nothing serious, just average winds, but still enough to having to have a steady rudder. But luckily it was a steady wind.
Warsaw Raider, obligation lot 578 to you, flight level 370. Lot 578, Warsaw Raider, hello Radar. Actually correct question, so 4450.
Not a big airport. It's freeway scenery for Vilnius. Hopefully it's quite good.
503, lot 578.
As usual, I can't remember if it's TDD or not. I think it's TDD. So here we have the top of climb.
4503.
So basically,
4503, lot 578.
see if we can get the forecast in before the descent. So we'll do here and 200 and 100.
Lot 578, thank you, and
21061.
370 direct load. Direct load, lot 578.
200, 37. And 19335. 19335 is inserted, and we have 101221. Sorry, 21021, and going there. And let's see if we have any transition levels here. 5,000 and set, execute, and we can do of usual situational awareness rings. So just do this, boom, and 10 mile, and that's us set. So I think once he hands us over, we'll start our descent way before he hands us over. So, or at just around the time he hands us over. So if we're still in his area, top of descent, we'll just request it, and when we request it, he'll just hand us over, I think, actually. So yeah, let's just have a look here at the airport. So we're coming in at 19, then we have to have 8,000 feet. So maybe, it's a big maybe, we'll make Delta, but I'll be more comfortable with Echo. We'll do a also break 3.
And 2-3 wykonuj bezpośrednio na pasek.
Let's take it in bits and pieces here with Lithuania in field, because we are...
Inter 233 spodziewaj się wysokości 4000 stóp na pasek.
So there's the flag. It's yellow, green and red, and it's of course Lithuania.
578 after load, activate lockdown for November standard arrival runway 11 and expect flight.
It's hard to read with somebody talking in your ear, but I'll try. Lithuania is a country in the southernmost of Europe, of Europe's Baltic states, a former Soviet bloc nation bordering Poland, Latvia and Belarus. Its capital, Vilnius, where we're going, near Belarus border, is known for its medieval old town. It also has Gothic, Renaissance and Baroque architecture, an 18th century cathedral built on a pagan temple site. Oh. Hilltop Gediminas Tower, a symbol of the city and nation, offers sweeping views. The capital, Vilnius, currency is euros, and they are currently home to about 3 million people. I do think we have some fun facts. So, 5 miles before we'll ask for descent. Lithuania is a country in Northern Europe. The official name of the country is the Republic of Lithuania. Lithuania is situated, yeah, we have written that. The official language in Lithuania is Lithuanian. Duh. As of January 1st, 2016, the population, yeah, we have read that as well, this area. Vilnius is the capital, and it's basically the same as we just read. There's not much fun over these facts. Aktujojas hill at 294 meters, that's 964 feet above sea level, is the highest point of Lithuania, so no Alps here. Forests in Lithuania cover approximately 33% of the territory. Lovely pictures, the lovely landscape. Oh, look at that. That can't be Lithuania, can it? The Curonian split is 98 kilometers long, thin curved sand dune that spit that separates the Curonian lagoon from the Baltic Sea coast. Human habitation of this elongated sand dune peninsula dates back to prehistoric times. Its southern portion lies within Kaliningrad Oblast, Russia, and its northern within southwestern Lithuania. So it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site shared by 2 countries. It looks from something of Fiji Islands or wicked. Hopefully we'll fly over there. I don't think we'll do, but still it looks wicked. Yeah, and lots of beautiful national parks here. Definitely worth a visit. Often these countries that often these forgotten countries that are your usual tourist destinations that have the greatest gifts to offer. I think the Gate of Dawn is a city gate of Vilnius and is the most important religious, historical and cultural monument. It was built between 1503 and 1522 as part of defensive fortifications for the city of Vilnius, the capital of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania at that time. Beautiful. So we'll wait with the national anthem until he has handed us over, which should be shortly. Just popping down here just in case. Warsaw radar Scandinavian 511, we request descent.
Scandinavian 511, you can descend flight level 300. Yeah, you can descend flight level 300 initially, and you're told to leave Mapping, so you can switch to Unicom on to desolate and nice flight rate after this time to go right.
Descent flight level 300 and assume own navigation, and thank you for service, Scandinavian 501.
Thanks for flying on the Q0.
So we'll just leave him there for a little bit, but we are leaving his airspace. We have one guy here. Where are you going? Yeah, you're way above us and not going. So looks like we are the only one to Vilnius. So for a change, we have it all to ourselves to just get him down a bit further here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We have started our descent into Vilnius, and we'll very shortly turn on the seatbelt signs for the remainder of the flight. We hope you enjoyed your flight today from Warsaw to Vilnius, and hope to see you flying with us again very soon. That's quite a turn, Elner. Or Vina. Elner. definitely wake the passengers up if they were sleeping. 6-8. Up. Bit lively here. There we go. Asking for drag, we will just monitor for now. We do have some clouds down there. Pretty much what we left in Warsaw. And we'll just review our fuel. So we are set to arrive with 9.1 ton as of now. So that will leave us at 62.6. That is set. So should stick her at around 150. Pop it down to flight level 100. And we will assume that our sleepy evening flight passengers to Vilnius have finished their business on the restrooms, or at least are finishing up, because it's time to buckle up for hopefully what will be a lovely arrival into Vilnius, capital of Lithuania. Nothing we have missed here, everything is looking good. You can be tuned, we missed that. India Bravo Kilo. And we'll just close you down for now. In case anyone pops up, we'll just use the browser version. So I do think this here will be the last flight of the day today. We think we have done enough progress. We need to savor the project as well, right? Just not finish it off. So we'll finish. Say this here is our finishing flight for the day, and then what we have left to do is Tallinn, Riga, Helsinki, Stockholm, Aalborg in Denmark, and then Brussels, and we're done. And what should we be doing then? If you have any ideas to projects or stuff like we have just done with the European Union tour, then feel free to write it in the comments below, and I will be sure to check it out and consider it. It's just fun to have something else to do than random flights. Of course, it is nice to do. I do miss my random flights. It has been 3 weeks plus 1 day since we headed out on this journey, and haven't spoken much of it. But I am some weird geeko in the sense that I do not jump airports, so. It's not like I'm going to start up the sim and fly around in the US or anywhere else in Europe for that matter tomorrow, and then come back to the project. When my plane lands, it's where I am, sort of in the virtual world, and I cannot just move about. So I have been following the flights around Europe. So I have been around Europe, sort of, in a weird sense. I don't know why I do it. I know there are other simmers who do it, and very few people who actually openly admit they do it, but I do it. And yeah, it's awkward, and it's why we do that, and you miss out on so many parts of the world. Well, for me it makes the world seem larger, if that makes any sense, that you can't just load up the sim in Australia tomorrow. If you want to fly in Australia, you have to go there first, and then you can scoot around in the outback. But for me it makes the enjoyment of going somewhere in the sim ever more so fun and immersive. But we all have our quirks and things we like, so whatever people do is just fine. That's the great thing, right? But that's how I am. So I haven't been flying anywhere else than in this project for 3 weeks now, and I am looking forward to. I'm starting to look forward to being more free bird, so to speak, to be able to load up the sim in Oslo, where I'm sat in Scandinavia or anywhere else, and say today I want to go to Brussels, or today I want to go to Porto or Madrid or Rome or something like that. And what I have actually done, I can't remember the date now, I think it's 22nd of September 2019. I'm just making it just in case you're watching this video before this date. On September 22nd, I have signed up for a VATSIM event actually, where we are going to fly from Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt by the Red Sea, I think it is, yeah. And we'll be flying from there to Copenhagen in Denmark. So it's a long flight, about 5 hours, I believe. So we'll be stretching the very limits of this lovely aircraft. I think we'll be taking this bird here, the Saga Viking. But anyway, there's a VATSIM event, so there's ATC all the way. It's between, I think it's about from 8 until, I think it's from 8 till 8, actually it's all day long. ATC all the way from Sharm el Sheikh to Brussels, to Copenhagen, to Germany. So if you have the time, why not join me? Go on to VATSIM. You can find a commercial for the event on the Facebook forum for VATSIM and on the VATSIM site as well, and sign up and join me together with a lot of other fellow simmers, and let's fly across Europe with full ATC. How cool is that? So if you have the chance, do that. Basically, that's the only thing I have on my poster. I would like to do the around the world, but I would have to do it in solo as of now, and I have work and stuff. So the winter is coming on, autumn is coming on, and work is picking up. So I'm not able, unfortunately. I might set up, position myself so I can join them for a few flight legs while they pass through Europe. I might do that. Actually, that's what I'm hoping to do. Might, if they pass at a time where I'm available, I'll do that. And then there's the across the pond event. This time going east to west, I think. And I'm considering that, but I would have to do it in this aircraft. Yeah, so now it wants us to slow down. We'll just monitor it for now. So that might be a stretch to do the across the pond in the 737. It can be done, but yeah. So no traffic around as of now. No ATC either. Anyway, that was a bit of a VATSIM commercial, but it would be very cool to have a full tail of aircraft going from Egypt or Dubai. There's Dubai departures as well on Sunday 22nd of September. So go and book your flight. So there's the airport, and here's Vilnius coming up. We'll pop you down to 5,000. That should do us fine. And we will consider breaking her down shortly. After the turn, he will definitely start slowing her down. And we have the. What we'll do, we'll kindly ask the cabin to get ready nice and early. Lovely evening, lovely Vilnius, and the airport over there. Haven't been to this. The scenery looks correct, as far as I can see. The lights look correct. The lights are on. That's the most important thing, right? And it isn't awfully skewed. So there we go. Speed is coming back now. What we'll do, we'll just ever so slightly help her down and get flaps 1 out. Flaps 1, a bit high for it, but still nice to be able to have the speed somewhat under control. So there's the speed coming up, so we'll just help her a little bit with the I don't really like the speed here. It isn't coming back. We're sitting right on the edges here of there we go. She is diving a little bit too much here, I think. That's just me. Let's get her in a bit more. So that's 10,000. And we can do this descent checklist. So landing altitude is set, and if we have flaps 30 and speed is 145, then we'll put on 5 knots on that. And check pressurization is set. Need to watch the speed here very closely. I can't see youngest, so recall was checked. Auto brake is set to 3. Monitor the speed, and we're gonna get flaps 2 now. Make sure we hold on to the speed brake so we don't forget it. Approach briefing completed, so we'll just need to want the QNH. Lights off, please, and
Echo, Yankee, Victor, India, airport information, Alpha 1850, Zulu, weather, wind 20, at 6,
we're
visibility
very fast
10,000, sky clear, temperature 15, dew point 11, QNH 1021, advise on initial contact, you have information, Alpha.
Yeah, I think she had the correct QNH. So
Echo.
What I did here, guys, we are going very fast, too fast for my liking, so I just decided to drop the gear early. It's a bit noisy, but the noise will dissipate now, I'm sure of it. So we can store speed brake, we can arm it, and we can go flaps 5. And set standard, and that should really help us. And we can tune the localizer. Go, we have flaps 5, gear down. Just imagine we're clear to land. Flight attendants, please be seated. So, we'll just set 4,000 missed approach. So it had a really bit harsh descent profile there on the end. So we needed to make use of all our tools there to slow her down. I was considering maybe going a track a little bit further out, but we want to get down. So a bit of a turn here at the end, but it'll be just fine. So what I'll do, it looks fine. Let's shut her down and just wait with the flaps 15. We'll do it shortly, but we could wait a little bit longer here. Set the final heading. no localizer capture, so we'll have to wait with that. That's the localizer, so yeah. Put it up to 4. Go flaps 15. There's the airport, and we'll do a dogleg turn, not a dogleg, but a 90 degree turn, straight in. So we'll get ready for landing. And planning to vacate on Echo. If we're lucky we can go Delta, but don't think we'll make that. After the turn we'll configure flaps 30, so do the landing checklist now, just nice and early. Engine start switches are continuous, speed brake is arm, landing gears down, 3 green lights, and we have flaps 15 green light holding on landing flap 30. We're clear to land, the cabin is secure, and good to go. So here comes the final push for landing in here in Vilnius.
2500.
Go. Get ready on the landing flap, and we're set. Undershooting the glide slope, as we should be. Here we go. Set the final approach speed, we'll set 150 and flaps 30, and we're good to go. So here's the last landing of today in Vilnius in Lithuania. It's a lovely, lovely evening. Hopefully they have some good beers here and a good pub. Yeah, sure they have. Just need to position my goggles. I had a itch on my eye. That's the runway. We have wind just in 20 knots as of now. Might consider adding a bit more speed. We'll just review it a bit more. Adding 5 knots. Should be dissipating significantly very shortly. Here at 600 meters above the ground. $18 knots. Airport looks good. And clear. 17 knots. So what I'll do now is I'll disconnect. And try not to get too low as you usually do. 15 knots. Bit high. Let's get a trim good. Still a bit high. We're correcting. Still high. We'll
1,000.
Keep it
1,000
like this,
feet,
and we should
stabilize
catch
missing
up
approach altitude.
Approaching 20.
This should do us nicely. There we go. Speed is coming back now. Wind is at 10.
$500. $400. Approaching minimum. $300. $200. Minimums.
Bit more speed and we are landing. And we can reduce the speed. It's going to be a long landing, so we're definitely not taking delta.
100.
There we go.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Close.
10.
Go. And reverses. That was echo actually.
80 knots.
Cancel reverses. Cancel auto brake. Darn it.
3,000 feet remaining.
No, we didn't miss. We're actually going as planned here, so there should be an exit here. It's very badly lit. Really can't see it, but there should be an exit right here. Do we dare? Nah. We'll definitely not start taxiing on the grass, but there definitely should be. This is freeway scenery, guys, but there definitely should be an exit here. But I can't see it. What we'll do, we're just going to take a victory round here. So, could have rolled. But you see there was an exit here, echo, and it wasn't modeled in the scenery. Or maybe it was, but it wasn't lit. So the next chance we get is the Foxtrot. And lit or not, that is what we're going to take. There are lights, they're taxi lights. Really weird with the echo one. Maybe there is something in the airport info that I, of course, didn't read that could clarify that. But yeah. The radars and the tubes. There we go. There's no exit. I think it's a TGG scenery this year. Big lamp in the middle and a sign in the middle of the taxiway there. There we go. Yeah, a bit curvy runway as well, but I think we managed just fine. Got a bit high there, but nothing too serious. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vilnius in Lithuania. I think we have 6 countries left now, so really starting the final sprint. And the official first of the Baltic states. I'm not quite sure if Poland qualifies as a Baltic state. It is a Baltic state. It's by the Baltic, right? But we're definitely opening the 3 sisters, the Baltic states here, with Lithuania. Some street lamps here. There's a parking lot there. Not much going on that. So we are going all the way up to, we'll take Delta. Yeah. Fire debut. There we go. So, lovely evening flying, and really happy we got that ATC, even though it was a wee bit difficult to hear, but that's not their fault. But very lucky, and we got tons of traffic, so we didn't get ATC from Prague, but we definitely got ATC in Warsaw for departure, as I hoped for, due to all that traffic. It would have been absolutely mayhem without ATC. Getting out of there, we'd probably still be sitting somewhere on a taxiway, braking and arguing with other pilots of which runway to take off from. So that was very nice. So that's Delta here. No, I forgot to check for the taxiway. We didn't see. I'll check it when we fly. I hope to be able to, maybe, no promises. Actually, I don't think we'll be able to make the flight tomorrow. But then it will definitely be Thursday, and my hope is, with a bit uncertainty, but still my hope is to be able to finish off the project during the weekend, so that we will be arriving in Brussels. So I don't think there are any bridges here, so we'll just find. Actually, even I think we got a bit skewed here. Yeah. Wait a second. We'll go over there to that Lufthansa and see what's going on there. He looks happy over there, so we'll check it out. But I'm hoping to be able to finish the project. I'll definitely be doing some flying this coming Thursday, and hopefully a lot of flying. Hopefully enough to take us to Sweden or Denmark, which will position us very well for. There's a bridge there, which will position us perfectly for. Should we take this here? No gate guidance by the looks of it. Or should we take it? We'll take a chance and see if there's any spots. That's a Ryanair, it's not a Lufthansa. See if there's any spots there. And we have a company traffic, a Scandinavian over there. What do you know? So it would be cool to position ourselves this Thursday and then finish the project during the weekend when ATC is the most active and we have plenty of traffic, and going into Brussels with full ATC is my hope and dream for finishing this project. So that's my hope, and that would leave us at more or less a 4-week mark, 4 weeks to complete flying to every country in the European Union, including the UK member states. So yeah, that's my wish and hope. So do we have a bridge? Yeah, we have a room on the other side. Yeah, so it is, I think it's old scenery or somewhat dated, but it's fine for us. We'll take this stand here, we'll do us nicely. Doesn't look like there's any guidance, so we'll have to do it on experience. Look where you're going. Say that will do us nicely here, I think. We'll set the parking brake, kill the engine, and cabin crew, please disarm doors and slides. Welcome to Vilnius in Lithuania. After a lovely flight from Warsaw in Poland. So yeah, we made it. We can go off. Just take that everything is dying here. Yeah, it is. So that's good. Fuel is off and probe is off. Yeah, we'll just leave it as is, right? There we go. So, no jet bridges, no nothing. But we will check our. Let's go outside and do it. Forgot to turn off the APU. We'll just imagine that it's fine here. So let's sum up the day by checking out our rate here. Boom. Nice and big. So Warsaw is still busy. Look at all that ATC coverage. Huh? So basically you have all of Scandinavia online. And I think it's a Zurich evening as well. Should be, anyway. Lots of ATC going on, so that's just lovely. Good to see. Low Innsbruck is busy as well. And we have look at this area here. Yeah, it's Zurich night. They have this weekly event. I need to go to that. Maybe I'll go to that shortly. We'll do a flight to Zurich on a Zurich night. Look at all that traffic, huh? It's absolutely insane. Just zoom all the way in. It's just traffic on the ground, guys. Maybe we could do a flight from Oslo to Zurich or something like that. Look at that. You don't even have that much... I bet you don't find that much traffic in real life at this point. Anyway, that was not what I was supposed to do. This here, landing rate 288. Happy with that. It was a bit long landing, so we just had to dock it down there. Arrived at stand, we'll take it. Complete and complete. Boom. So there's our flight. And we are closing in. So next up is Riga in Latvia, and we do have lovely scenery from there. I think it's the same as made Juroshki design. I can't pronounce the name. Anyway, it's the same guy who made the Warsaw scenery. So we have that for Riga, and we have just sim for Tallinn, I think, and then we'll need to sort something out for Helsinki. Definitely, I'll be looking into that, because the current scenery I have for Helsinki isn't that good. Then we go to Stockholm, Aalborg, and finish off in Brussels. So, last thing, let's see how the parking went without the gate guidance. Oh, that's not me. Not bad, it doesn't look that bad actually. Look at that. That's perfect. Maybe a bit short of the gate there, or the gate bridge, yeah. Maybe a little bit short, but I will not be bothered by that at all. Did we have some? Yeah, we have some traffic here. Ryanair. Yeah, so perfect parking. Happy with the landing and the flight in general, and we got that lovely ATC. Let's go and look at this guy here. So you have default CSL. Anyway. So, hope you enjoyed this flight with me this evening. If you did, consider subscribing. I know I'm always a pain about that, but it really helps me build the channel, so why not? And also, I hope to see you on that VATSIM event I talked about. And if you're watching this video after that date, and anyway, go to the VATSIM website or on Facebook and check it out. They have loads of good events. It's really fun to fly on VATSIM, so why not do it? And join the rest of us and make the skies come alive. I'll be signing off for now and be in crew rest for the rest of the evening and probably also for tomorrow, but I will be back within a few days to continue our flying almost to Riga. Thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening wherever and whenever you are. Bye bye.